All right, everybody, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready to dive in.
Today, we are tackling a mystery that has fascinated people for centuries. I'm talking about the lost colony of Roanoke.
A real head scratcher, this one.
120 colonists just vanished without a trace. It really makes you wonder what could have happened to them.
I mean, think about it. 1587, a group of English settlers arise on Roanoke Island, hoping to establish a permanent English colony.
Led by John Whitewright.
Exactly. John White was in charge, but he had to return to England for supplies.
3 years.
3 long years, and when he finally got back, the entire colony was deserted.
Poof, gone like a ghost town.
There were no signs of struggle, no bodies, just a single clue carved into a wooden post, Croatoan.
So what happened to them? Well, that's what we're going to try to figure out today. And we've got your research right here, which is absolutely fascinating. First things first, we need to understand just what life was like in the New World back then.
It was brutal. We're talking disease, starvation, hostile, Native American tribes, you name it.
And Roanoke Island itself, was it like a paradise or was it kind of a tough place to live?
Well, it was a barrier island off the coast of what is now North Carolina. Beautiful in its own way, but definitely unforgiving. The soil wasn't great for farming. The weather could be unpredictable, and let's not forget those mosquitoes.
I can only imagine.
They were relentless, so you can imagine the challenges these colonists faced just trying to survive.
Okay, so they're struggling to make a go of it, and then their leader up and leaves for 3 years to get supplies.
Yeah.
Do we know why it took White so long to return?
Well, he ran into some serious trouble. England was at war with Spain at the time, and ships were scarce. Then he got caught up in the conflict himself and was delayed even further. By the time he finally made it back to Roanoke, it was 1590.
And that's when he found the colony abandoned. I get chills just thinking about it. What was going through his mind, do we think?
I can only imagine the shock, the confusion, the dread. Imagine sailing for months across a vast ocean only to find your colony vanished.
All those people he was responsible for just gone.
And that word carved into the post, Croatoan. It must have been both a clue and a source of immense frustration.
Right, because Croatoan was the name of a nearby island inhabited by a Native American tribe that was friendly to the colonists. Seems pretty straightforward. Maybe they just moved?
That's the most obvious explanation. Perhaps they faced some danger or hardship on Roanoke and decided to seek refuge with their allies on Croatoan Island.
But White didn't find them there, right?
Well, he tried to search for them, but he was hampered by a severe storm.
Storm?
A massive storm forced him to turn back before he could conduct a thorough search.
Talk about bad timing.
It's almost as if fate itself conspired to keep the mystery of Roanoke alive.
Okay, so if they didn't relocate to Croatoan, what are some of the other theories out there?
Well, one possibility is that they were attacked by a hostile Native American tribe.
Your research mentions Chief Powhattan.
Right. Powhatan was a powerful leader who controlled a large network of tribes in the region, and relations with the colonists weren't always smooth sailing.
Do we know if Powhatan had a motive to attack the colony?
Some historians believe that he saw the colonists as a threat to his power and may have decided to eliminate them. There are accounts of tensions and skirmishes between the colonists and Powhatan's people.
But is there any solid evidence linking him directly to the disappearance?
That's the tricky part. While there's evidence of conflict, it's not conclusive. We don't have any first-hand accounts or archaeological evidence proving that Powhatan's warriors attacked and wiped out the colony.
So it's still a theory.
A plausible one, but a theory nonetheless.
And there's always the Spanish, right? They weren't exactly fans of the English encroaching on their territory.
True. The Spanish were a major power in the New World, and they definitely saw the English as rivals. It's conceivable that they could have attacked the colony and destroyed any evidence of their involvement.
A classic cover-up.
Exactly. But again, hard evidence is lacking. There's no record of a Spanish attack on Roanoke, and no artifacts have been found to support this theory.
So we've got hostile Native Americans, possibly the Spanish, but your research also explores the possibility that the colony may have collapsed from within.
That's an angle that often gets overlooked, but it's certainly worth considering.
What kind of internal problems could have led to their demise?
Well, remember, they were already facing incredible hardships, just trying to survive. Disease was rampant, food was scarce, and tensions may have run high among the colonists themselves.
So you're thinking starvation, disease, maybe even infighting.
Exactly. Imagine the desperation, the paranoia that could set in under such circumstances. It's possible that the colony simply fell apart due to internal strife or succumbed to the harsh realities of life in the New World.
It's a chilling thought, but a realistic one. They were pioneers pushing the boundaries of the known world, and sometimes those ventures end in tragedy.
And sometimes those tragedies remain shrouded in mystery.
That's what's so captivating about Roanoke. It's a puzzle with missing pieces, and we're left to speculate what truly happened 400 years later, and we're still trying to solve it.
It speaks to our enduring fascination with the unknown. The idea of an entire colony vanishing without a trace. It captures our imagination and makes us question what we think we know about the past.
It's a story that reminds us that history is full of unanswered questions, and sometimes the most intriguing mysteries are the ones that remain unsolved.
And that's the beauty of it. It keeps us searching for answers, keeps us exploring the past, and forces us to confront the limits of our knowledge.
So for all of you listening out there, if you were tasked with solving the mystery of Roanoke, where would you begin?
Would you focus on the Native American angle or delve deeper into the possibility of internal strife?
What clues would you prioritize? What avenues would you explore? It's a question that has haunted historians for centuries, and it's one that we invite you to ponder as well. The lost colony of Roanoke, a mystery for the ages.
A mystery that continues to captivate and intrigue us to this day.
Thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We'll see you next time when we tackle another fascinating piece of history.
Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and never stop searching for answers.